Okay, today we're going to talk about wind-powered walking robots. Now, clear back in 2013, I did videos on the Strand Beast walking kit that you can put together that's wind-powered. When you blow the wind on it, it actually walks this way. It doesn't walk towards the fan. And so I wouldn't have to sit there and blow it out of the mouth. I took a Thunder robot toy and put fan blades in his hand so I could control it that way. But I've done videos, at least 2 videos on this and shorter versions of this and the fan bot in the past. You can find them on my channel. So we're not going to talk about that one today. What we're going to talk about is one that I just got, which is this little guy here. And it's a biped walking wind-powered robot. Now this is actually a heel-toe walking, meaning it drags the heel so it doesn't fall over and the toes lift. And then there's a like a little rubber band that I actually think it might be silicone on the front to help grab to drag it along. And it actually walks towards the wind. Now I found this kit up on Temu right here under wind-powered mecha, and paid $7.92. I just looked this morning and they were like 10 bucks. Still reasonable. Of course the box came completely crushed because they just put stuff in a plastic bag when they mail it to you. Fortunately only one part was broken on the whole thing when it was crushed. I was able to super glue that little part back together. And I guess the hardest part of this whole thing is the super poor and incomplete instructions. Major challenge if you're going to try and build this thing. Don't give up. Just keep trying, putting the parts together, fitting stuff, and eventually you'll get it together. I guess I spent probably 4 hours, but as it wasn't continuous, you know, I'd get super pissed off and go do something else for a while and then come back and try something else and come back and try something else. And eventually got the whole thing together. So I'm going to go over into this side and turn on the Thunder fan bot. Get some wind blowing here. So that you can kind of see this guy walking. He's not making a whole lot of progress, but seemed to walk better on other surfaces other than glass. I'm guessing these toe parts don't grip as well on the glass. Let's turn it this way a little bit. Kind of cool though, even though he isn't making a lot of progress. It almost would have made more sense to have it walk backwards rather than try to walk into the wind, if you know what I mean. Okay, we'll turn the wind off here and let him settle down. What else? I can't think of a whole lot more to tell you about. There's BBs that shift weight to help it keep balance, and they're mounted in the back to help keep so it doesn't tip over forward when it's lifting the toes forward. There's a simple gearbox right down in here. Shaft comes in, right angle to a crown gear, comes over to here, gets geared down here into here, and then you can see this crank. Very sophisticated crank, which starts moving everything. And the leg parts are a lot like the Strand Beast, but just had to build it. When I saw it for the price, I went, okay, 8 bucks. And actually there was some, I've never purchased from Temu before, there was some deal where if you got over $10 then the shipping was free. So I actually picked up a little USB memory stick just to get me over the $10 limit. So I didn't pay any shipping. So I ended up getting this and the USB, and I think the total for everything was like $11 and some odd cents. And quite happy with it. I mean, pissed the hell out of me. It's a big challenge if you're going to try to put one of these together. I can give you a little peek at the instructions. I mean, they look like they're going to be promising, but they're they start off by kind of showing you all the parts so you can make sure your kit has everything. And then it starts off trying to show you how to assemble everything. Now, can you imagine all the time that was spent doing all of these line drawings and everything? If they just, because they're going to have to print this anyway, if they'd just taken pictures, it would have been so much easier figuring out whether they're trying to show you something is in front or behind. You know what I mean? Anyway, there are steps that are missing that you have to do. That doesn't help the confusion. And as things start progressing and getting built up deeper and deeper with more parts, and you're trying to stack things up, like in here, and turn things to orient the way they're shown, it gets pretty confusing. But if you just keep trying and keep working at it, you'll pretty much eventually figure out where everything goes and get it together. It's going to take some time. It's not a 15-minute build by any means. Did I need any glue for anything? The only thing I needed some glue for was the one part that was broken when the box got crushed. After it was all built, I went ahead and put little dabs of glue on the end of these parts that kind of keep everything pinched together, just so I wouldn't have to worry about that falling apart. They give you some double-sided tape to try to stick these fan blade parts together. Don't waste your time with that. Just go ahead and use some glue and glue the fan blades on in place. You'll thank me later. So there you have it. It's a biped, wind-powered mecha walking robot. It's a heel-toe robot. I've done a lot of videos on heel-toe robots. Look them up in my channel. I show a lot of the toys that were made that way, and I also show a bunch of the heel-toe walking robots that I designed that you can build because the files are up on Thingiverse.